national election is not far off. Political parties are out on the campaign trail trying to win over voters. This morning, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa is at the Mabopane train station in Pretoria. Our reporter Aldrin Sampier is there, hoping to get some answers from Ramaphosa about several issues affecting the country. And I suppose top of mind will be this one of load shedding. Aldrin, a very good morning to you. And I suppose the President already having apologized to South Africa for load shedding. But I suppose this morning, if he had to answer any questions, it were one of the main ones would be, what is he going to do about it?
Well, certainly that's one of the questions that we will pose to the President when we get an opportunity to speak to him. As you can understand, right behind me we have the President, but there is this scrum around the President as many of the commuters here at the Mabopane station are trying to raise issues with the President, also relating, of course, to the transportation in this area. Some are saying that they've been waiting for over an hour now for the trains to arrive here, and saying that it is a Monday. If they arrive late for work, there will be disciplinary action that may be taken against them. And now we have the President here who's doing his walkabout, trying to speak to various people here in this area who are raising some of these concerns, and hopefully the President will be able to address them. But here's the thing about this, Yuveka. This is not the first time that we are hearing some of these concerns. These concerns were also raised last week when we were in Soweto, where we had the ANC Secretary General who was traveling from Soweto to Park Station, where people raised these issues around the transportation that is being delivered by PRASA. Some are saying that the reason that PRASA are facing some of these issues that they're facing at the moment is because of some of the corruption that the company has been going through. And very important for the President as well is how will this corruption will be dealt with. One of the questions that I wish to put to the President as well is that when will the President promulgate that NPA directorate that we know that Shamila Batoy, the NDPP, has been asking for, and that directorate, of course, will be investigating crimes of corruption, and these are crimes, of course, that are very important, also relating, of course, to the issues of what's been happening around PRASA. Some have been saying that these are crimes that the Hawks have been failing to investigate, and very importantly will be this directorate that the President has announced during the State of the Nation address will be set up via Section 7 of the NPA Act. Very important as well that we've seen over the weekend as well that there were reports that Shamila Batoy has met with the special team within the NPA. That special team, the team that investigates some of these crimes that have been called elite crimes. But what will happen now? Will the President be able to promulgate this section and ensure that this directorate is set up just before the elections, and many will then see whether indeed the President is serious about dealing with the issues around corruption. Also, another issue that's quite important, Yuveka, is tomorrow we have the Intelligence Subcommittee of Parliament, which will be sitting down and they will be discussing this report that has been given to the President by Sydney Mufamadi. Of course, last week we heard the President saying that he welcomes the report and they are studying the report, but the report makes certain recommendations, and one of those recommendations are that those who are implicated in the report, that they must be held to book, they must be held accountable, and there must be criminal charges be pressed against them. Some of those people, as we've indicated in our reports before, are people who find themselves on the list of the ANC, and it's almost certain that those people will be heading to Parliament.
And I suppose it's a bit of a tricky campaign trail as well. Adding to that, Aldrin, is what we see happening in KZN and developments there, and the arrest in connection with the murder of Sindiso Magatka, those arrests happening yesterday.
Yeah, lots of people have been saying that they welcome the arrest of the mayor of. Have been saying that they welcome the arrest of the mayor. But one thing that you've seen that the ANC Secretary General has been raising is that it must take the principal stance that people are innocent until proven guilty. However, though, whether it is a case of whether the mayor may be innocent in this matter, some are saying at least the police are taking a stance. Police have at least made an arrest with relation to Sindiso Magatka's murder, which took place back in 2017. And some have also praised, of course, the special task team, the police's special task team that had been set up by Minister Begekwele, and the Minister, of course, his office, saying they welcome all the progress that this team has been able to make. Of course, you remember that the team has also been able to arrest some other people in relation to political killings in KwaZulu-Natal.
All right, we'll let you just touch base with your fan club behind you there, Aldrin St. Pierre, and catch up with the president if you have some time. We'll chat to you a little later on. Now,